Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? What we're going to be talking about today is what people are saying, experiencing when it comes to being of the prepared mind. And this could be pictures, videos, emails. And if you would like to do so, my email is in the description box below. So this first picture comes in from a community member. She said, please consider this. If this doesn't say it all, this applies to UBI. I wish the masses would wake up. Yeah, you're so right. And now for a commercial break. This email comes in from a community member, and she said, please get this out on your channel. You have a young granddaughter. I do. She's 7. She said, American Girl doll has just come out with a woke doll. It comes with a book that discusses body changes and transitioning into a different gender. Yeah, I heard about this. There's going to be a link in the description box below, so if you want to check it out, you can. On Outnumbered on Fox, they read excerpts from the book, which included transitioning, puberty blockers, and a phone number for a doctor for kids to call if their parents don't understand them. She said, I'm ashamed to say, but I bought several American Girl dolls for my granddaughter when she was younger. I guess traditional values are out the window with these corporations as they go down the perverse paths to improve their ESG score. Enough. Yeah, enough is right. Okay, so a community member who I helped out with a dehydrator, she sent a picture of the marshmallows that she dehydrated. She said they came out so good. Well, I'm glad they did. And this community member, she sent in some pictures, and she said, I did my monthly shopping and scored at Aldi's. First off, they had butter on sale for $2.99 a pound. Limit 4, went in twice. Then I walked over to the meat and found boneless, skinless chicken breast marked half off by the sell date, which was the 10th. I got 25 pounds. The cashier said they ordered too much, so they had to mark it down. My next stop was Costco and got free range eggs, $4.79 for 24 count. They had a limit of 2, but that's good for us. So now I'm canning the chicken, and I'll be canning butter later this week. Life is good today. That's awesome. I'm so happy for you. And now for a commercial break. Okay, so this email comes in from a community member, and they said, I spoke to a few neighbors and friends, and the amount of animal weirdness is alarming. I live in the mountains of northern Utah. This particular area is all farms and ranches. A good friend of mine noticed that his neighbor's horses are extremely agitated and noisy at night. This is not normal for a horse, especially these horses. The owner has them in a luxury heated barn at night, but my friend can still hear these horses going nuts. His house butts up against the property line, and the horse barn is only 200 to 300 yards away from his friend's house. It's just strange. I've heard my neighbor's cows lowing all night long, too, every night for weeks. I've heard numerous barn cats around here acting weird and clingy, and in this normally very quiet area, I can hear dogs frantically barking miles away all night long. It's just strange to me. I've also got a large family of squirrels that have lived on my property for years. Even those little guys are acting weird. Aside from the frantic gathering of food, they are also very noisy at night. We call it yelling, but I hear them chattering at all hours. My dogs are getting pretty nasty. Oh, wait, my dogs got into a pretty nasty fight early this morning around 2 a.m. when normally they just love on each other. They are fine, just had to be broken up. Something's up, not sure what, but something. Stay safe. Something is definitely going on with our animals. A lot of people are saying 5G, I don't know. But I've been experiencing it myself with my pets. I don't know what's going on. We don't have a lot of wildlife where I live. But it's not normal. Whatever this is, it is not normal at all whatsoever. This community member wrote in, and she said that she started having gallbladder attacks the day after Thanksgiving. Awful pain, nausea. She got in to see her PCP 6 days later, which is her primary care provider. And they're overrun with flu, RSV, and so forth. The earliest they could get her in was for an ultrasound was December 19th. And she can't eat any solid food without being in pain. So the local hospital healthcare system has a monopoly on all the testing centers, so there's no other option. She said, just a warning, you will no longer receive help in a timely manner. Hang in, everybody, hang tough. This is crazy. If anybody else is experiencing anything like this, just know that you're not the only one. Okay, this email comes in from my favorite gal pal in the UK. She said, because she was going to be sending me a package for Christmas, because that's what we do for each other, and she said it would appear everyone is going on strike, and there will be a strike of some sort for every single day of December until Christmas. Royal Mail, our postal service, has been having 2-day strikes every week for a little while now. The train companies have been doing the same, and now border control staff at airports are also going to strike. I don't know who checks the packages at the airport before they leave the country, but I assume it would be a division of border control, as they have to scan everything for prohibited items, I guess. And that would explain why my previous packages always sat hanging around for a week before they finally made their journey to the US. I ordered something on November 25th that was being delivered by Royal Mail, 48-hour tracked service, and I only received it yesterday. It's an absolute joke. Secondly, over the weekend, I will send you an email with a bit of more information. Okay, thank you. Apparently, nurses are planning to strike along with the paramedics and the ambulance drivers. I'm not sure which, as I need to check that out. Okay. Also, other organizations have strikes planned too. This country is in absolute shambles right now. But hey, we're not the only ones. Thank you for sending me that information. It's getting crazier and crazier by the day. It really, truly is. There's so much going on. And then, there's with that, she basketball player, Brittany Griner, she got released. And it's like, there's a Marine over there, and he's still being held. Why couldn't we get him out? That's my first thought. You know what I mean? Okay. Now for a commercial break. This community member, she wrote in, and she went to Costco, and she is buying a stand-up freezer, and she she bought meat, and she said that she also went to the liquor store, which is at Costco, and she went in there and she bought Jack Daniels and Crown Royal for bartering and also for medicine. She said, I can put the whiskey in something to barter a little bit at a time, because they also sell in bulk, big old bottles, she said. But I wasn't going to give the whole bottle away in a trade anyway. I have bar soap, wine, whiskey, coffee for bartering, although I can barter other things if I have to. So far, I have a dehydrator my son bought me for Christmas last year. So I'm going to put jerky back. I laughed and told my son that if I die, I won't be able to leave him any money, but he'll have enough food and security and supplies to last a while. So that's a really good idea. And then she said, I was wanting to ask you about digital currency, the mess about digital currency. What are your thoughts on complying with that? I believe it's all leading to the mark of the beast. I think if you don't do the digital currency, you'll lose what money you do have. What then? You won't be able to buy food or anything. What are your thoughts? I'm going to be doing a whole video on the CBDC, the UBI, and everything later on today. Okay, so don't worry about that. All right, you'll hear everything that I have to say. So here is an email from a community member. And she said, I was flipping through Pinterest earlier and I saw a checklist. So I started reading it. And it was everything they wanted you to throw away to embrace a minimalist lifestyle. Oh, Lord. That's one thing that people of the prepared mind are not. We are not minimalist. She said, I became enraged as I read the list. They want you to get rid of DVDs, CDs, video games, video game consoles, books, TVs, all craft supplies, dishes, pillows, blankets, sheets, yearbooks, makeup, hair accessories, hardware, and tools. And the list went on, probably 100 things in total. Every time I read something, it reminds me of the plan. You will own nothing and you will like it. Yeah, I know. You know, first of all, they get rid of dishes, pillows, blankets, sheets. What? That's just, it's not doable. Sorry, it's just not doable. And before I go, here is another email from a community member. And she said, I heard you talk about this and I was wondering if it started over there already or are people expecting it? I know that expensive meats have electronic trackers on them. Oh yeah. And there are the same electronic trackers that you would see on like, devices. Like if you go to a store and you want to buy a TV and they have those, you know, wires with the electronic device on it, you know, that you have to have a key and take it off and stuff like that. Yeah, they're putting those on meats. Yeah. And she said, but this latest talk is about things like flour and rice. If anyone is buying a lot of it and storing it at home, is that right? Yes, it's absolutely right. But it's going to start in March. It's not happening yet. It's going to start in March. If it has started, what do the trackers on the packages of flour look like? From what I understand, it's an RFID chip. RFID chip, yeah. Seeing that they are made of a thickish paper. I just watched Economic Ninja and he said that in Nigeria, people only get $45 out of the ATM. It's forced them onto the state's digital currency, which they don't trust. He wouldn't be surprised to see that happen here in Australia, in Canada, US, etc. Exactly. RFID chips. Let me see if I can find it. Hang on. Okay. It'll look like one of these, but they'll be very, very small. Okay. Like this. So you saw how small that was, right? I mean, literally it was like a dot on somebody's finger, okay? It's going to be very hard to see that when it comes to when we buy in bulk. You know, if we're buying canning supplies in bulk, Mylar bags and supplies in bulk, even buying, you know, big bags of like I just today I had gotten hang on, I'll show you. Okay, so you see this, right? This is a 25-pound bag of rice. I just got this delivered today from Sam's. I got 2 of them. So because every month I buy 2 of these. Okay, now as you can see, either in here, okay, on the bottom, there's crevices. there's places to hide those things, okay? So if they're really going to, you know, when they're going to implant these things, there's going to be a lot of crevices. And I'm sure with technology today, they're going to be able to implant them into the material of the packaging, have them the same color of the packaging, and it could be inside the packaging, could be outside the packaging, it could be, you know, interwoven into the packaging. We won't be able to see it. They're too smart. You think they're going to put it on the outside of the packaging like a sticker and say, haha, see, see, see? No. It's going to be so minute, you're not going to be able to see it. And if they do put it like a sticker to where we can see it, that stuff is not going to get bought. You know what I mean? So that is my take on it. And I know that some stuff does have it on there, and it looks like a sticker. But when it comes to our buying in bulk, like with this stuff, and they are going to try and hide it, it's going to be so tiny, so minute, you're not going to be able to see it. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm out of here. All right. You have a great day. All right. I appreciate you. You stay safe. You stay positive. You keep prepping. And as always, fearless. Ciao.